What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB. Hey, today is our birthday. Exactly 1 year ago, I launched our first video. If you remember, I was in my master bedroom with my bed and my laundry behind me. I was so young and naive back then. Now I'm wary of the ways of the world. Okay, a question I get all the time is, what is the best bankroll building strategy? The answer is there's no best. Okay, there's no best. They all have their pros and cons, and at the end of the day, because of the way the payouts are, technically they're all the same. Now, that being said, I've always said, how do you pick your strategy? Your strategy's got to go off of your personality, the kind of strategies that resonate with you, as well as your history, right? Your experience is going to dictate a lot of what you play. So what we're going to do today for the best bankroll builder, and this isn't really indicative of that. We're just going to do, what if we had $300, which is what we started out with here. And let me pull up the live stat graph. What if we showed up with $300 and we played a fairly high coverage system, which we're going to be doing here with 9 streets, versus a low coverage system, which we're going to do on the outside bets, the 1-to-1 bets. 1-to-1 bets are the high low, 1 to 18, 19 to 36, even, odd, red, black. Okay. We're going to play those. You could go even lower coverage systems if you wanted to do a single dozen or a single column. You could play Fibonacci on those. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play Centipede 1 here. And when we lose, I'm going to go the standard martingale progression, because 50 cents is actually too much for this strategy with a $300 bankroll. Okay. This is too high. And when in doubt, when you're deciding with your, what you want to play here, please check out a progression calculator, get onto our website, or download this sheet from our Discord channel. We are at 9 cents. You can see here with 50 cents, if we do a traditional martingale, we only have 6 progressions. That's not enough. If we go to 10 cents, this is more like it, where at least we're getting 8. I prefer 10 to 12. Okay. So even 10 cents is pushing it. So here we go. We're going to double up. And then we're going to come back down to base bet. I always bring my bets back down. I don't keep it high. I know there's a lot of strategies, and I've seen other videos from other streamers where people submit their strategies and they say, stay at that high level until you're in session profit. I don't believe in that. Progressions are life. And if we're one progression, we've brought ourselves down, buying ourselves one extra progression. I'm not kidding when I say, when we don't have that many progressions available to us to begin with, that one extra progression is the difference between life and death. All right. So look, we would have lost a double progression. So we are going to, now that we hit twice before we covered, I'm going to flip flop this. Oh shoot, that's $5. We're going to 50 cents. We're going to flip flop this. And we are going to go up to our second progression. So if we had gone up and left it for session profit at the second progression, we would now be on our third progression instead of our second. So I firmly believe if you want to win in the long run over a period of time, preserving your progressions and conserving your bankroll is the number one priority. At least that is for me when you're going on long stretches. It's when I get greedy, when I start betting big, leaving my bets higher. Now that we lost 2 though before recovery, we have to leave it at this higher amount. I've been playing this on Clever Bets, this form of Centipede, where I'm doing Centipede 1. If it loses twice, the software's set to switch it to the other side and do Centipede. This is technically called Centipede 4 because it starts on the 4th street, but you see what I mean. We did Centipede 1, flipped it. If we lost 2, it goes Centipede 4. It's just, and you can choose the kind of martingales you want to do. I do traditional martingales. Brad likes the super martingale, which is a 3x progression on the first loss and then 4x after that. And the reason he does that is because it recovers in one hit. Okay, so now that we got that, we're going to bring our bet down because you can see we're back up, recover. We're going to bring our bets down. We're covering 9 streets. We are covering 73% of the board. And this is a 3-to-1 ratio. So in other words, for every loss that we do here, we have to win 3 times if we were to flat bet it. If we weren't to change our bet size, we would have to win 3 times in a row to recover. On the flip side, this pays out 3 units to the 9 units. So it's a 3-to-1 payout, which is, that's why I love 9 streets, because the payout ratio with the recovery ratio is a nice 3-to-1. I think that's a nice sweet spot. Some people don't like it. They think it's too much. They think the coverage is too high and the payout is too low, right? And so that's why today we're going to go, if we had 15 minutes and we had $300, would we go, how does a high coverage system compare to a low coverage system? And again, before you do any of these, please, there's my $1 million challenge tracker. Please pull up a tracking strat here. Look on the outside bets. What would it be if we bet 50 cents here? How many progressions? This would give us 9, right? And there's pros and cons to both of them because, we just lost. Okay, we're going to go up, martingale. It could, and don't look at this because the stake history up here is broken. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Stake, if you're watching this, your entire product team needs to be fired. They're morons. They can't even get this thing straight. We've had members in our Discord contact Stake and say, this isn't working. You know what their customer service comes back with? No, we checked it. It's all fine. It's you. It's not us. It's you. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not us. It's happening to me, happening to a bunch of us. It's like, this is just absolutely, that's in this day and age, and you're competing against a lot of other casinos. This is not big technology. Okay. This is not cutting edge. This is not new. Space age. Okay. Now that we won here, we doubled it up. I bring my progressions down just like we did here. I don't want to keep it up in case we lose. If we do lose here, we're going to flip flop again because we would have lost 2. So with the 9 street, we're covering 27 numbers. You can cover any street you want. I've seen a lot of strategies that people submit that are 27 or 28 number strategies. And at the end of the day, listen, you're covering 27 numbers. I don't care how you cover 27 numbers. You're covering 27 numbers. This is just one of the easier ways to cover 27 numbers. I have done head-to-heads with 9 street like Centipede or 134 versus just randomly picking 27 numbers, and they come out a same over a period of time. It doesn't matter. I also had a little debate on our Discord where someone says wheel placement makes a difference. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. And I'm telling you right now, anybody that tells you that the numbers, where the numbers are, they're grouped together, they're spaced more, because that's what some people go, oh, but the numbers are grouped together here more, they're tighter groups, so you have a better chance of winning. No, you don't. Some people like the idea of, oh, they're spread out, they're spread evenly, that's better. No, it's not. Okay. So number one, if your numbers that you're covering are grouped together in one area, you know what that means? That you have less coverage on the other parts of the board. Statistically, it doesn't matter. And if you look at the history of these numbers, you'll see over a period of 1,000 rolls, they really come out to be fairly close. That's as asinine as a few of the people on YouTube that I know that say the second and the third columns are better than the first column. All right, so we are getting back half of this, and we're going to bring our bet back down because we want our progressions. And this can get a little frustrating when you're playing this, when you're winning 2, losing 1, winning 2, losing 1, and your graph looks like an EKG. Stick with it because you will go on a run. Don't chase too deep. And in fact, if you start chasing deep, one thing I've been doing is actually cutting my bets in half until we get on a winning streak, then go in, or just leave and stop, or change strategies. All right, we're at 9 minutes and we're only at $3. Not great. Let's see if we can get on a winning streak here at the end and pump that up. And then we're going to go to playing a low coverage system, outside bets, and see how that does for us. All right, we just recovered back here. Yes, if we had kept our bet doubled up, we would have been up 3 units up there, but I don't like the risk. All right, here we go. I can't believe it's been a year already. It's been a friggin' year. I'll tell you what's the difference. And I'll show you the $1 million challenge, how we're doing on the $1 million challenge real quick. That's not it. Here's our $1 million challenge. As of today, we are at 130,711. We're up 10. I actually believe I'm a little bit down from that. I lost a little bit of money. I think we're about 126. I won't put this number in until the end of the day, but we're somewhere around there. We only need to be around $30,000. All right, there we go. There's another win. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. As long as you're stair-stepping up, we're doing great. But if you remember, when I first came on and we were doing the 100K challenge, how many people got on the comment section in YouTube and said, it can't be done. You cannot beat the casino in the long run, right? And I told all of them, come back in a year and be an adult enough to say, you know what, I was wrong. And if I can't get to 100,000 in a year, I have no problem announcing I'm wrong. Guess what? How many of those folks that said negative EV, it can't be done, how many of them came back and posted, well, Shizzle, you did it. I'm sorry, man. Good job. I was wrong. You can beat the casino in the long run. Not a single mofo out of all those spineless chicken shits came back and actually said, you're right, it can't be done. I mean, we were getting so many comments about negative EV. And it was our member group in our Discord that kept saying, don't listen to the haters. We got this. We're going to do this. And we did it. And we did it in record time. We got to 100,000, I don't know, in 4 or 5 months, something like that. So anyway, we're on $1 million challenge for the year. And we are so far ahead of schedule. It's redonkulous. All right, we lost that one. We are at 1133. We're going to double up. And I'm going to play straight through. As we get closer to the end there, I'm not going to like up the bets. We're going to just play it as if we're the way we're supposed to play it. And I'll do the same when we do the outside bets. Now that we're doing the $1 million challenge, there's been no one that is coming up and voicing their concern saying you're not going to do it. So where we're at, we're somewhere between $120,000 and $130,000. We're 58 days in. If we go by months, our tracking by the end of March, we needed to have a total bankroll of $33,000. You can see this is our by month to get to $1 million. We only needed a total bankroll of $33,000. We are at $120,000 to $130,000, somewhere in there. All right, we got to go back down to base bet. I'm hoping we can get a couple more wins here to propel us up above this, recover here and go up ahead. We're going to do exactly 15 minutes. If we're on the 15 minutes and we're in a progression that's winning, we're going to stick with it, see if we can recover. If it loses and then loses again, we'll call it quits. Nobody's coming on our channel anymore and saying negative EV can't be done. Negative EV can't be done. You can't beat the casino in the long run. We've already shown that it can. We've got members in our Discord that are doing, oh yes, we won on that one. Okay, barely. All right, there we go. So we recovered even up here at $6, $7.50, excuse me, and 13, 14, 15. We got 2 more spins in us. Let's see what we can do with it. So the biggest thing for losing isn't the casino edge. Because to me, you can beat the casino edge with martingaling or the progression of your choice that you feel comfortable with. That's how you get past that casino edge. It's when you degen, it's when you go one more bet or you get greedy. Come into our Discord channel and see how many people have posted things like, oh man, I was up. Oh, great. Okay, well, we got 4. That's not a win. We're going to double it and see if we can. I said we would try to recover. So if I can get this one here and then go down to base bet, we'll allow it just to get back to recovery and see if we can recovery. But that's kind of how this strategy goes. It just you kind of EKG monitor this, and hopefully like this, you start stepping up. Anyway, so I'm happy to say we have beat the naysayers, and not one of those chickens have come back into our Discord channel. And I should go look up some of them. I remember there was one guy, I'm trying to remember his name. He got on and he came in and said he was willing to gamble with me and bet like $5,000 or $10,000. But then I knew we weren't going to come to terms because as soon as I said, I'll take that bet that I'll get to $1 million, and he said he'll take it. But then he came into Discord. I'll have to get his username. And after we went in there, first of all, he changed the terms, which is okay, but you can only bet certain way. You can't bet above a certain amount of dollars. You can't do this. You can't. And I'm like, wait a second. Who cares how much I bet? Who cares how I bet? Now you're going to put restrictions on how I bet to get to $100,000? See? And then obviously we couldn't get into like an escrow account where, all right, we got it back. We recovered. So let's just call it good here. Almost exactly 15 minutes. We got back up to 750. So I'm going to write that down real quick, 750. And now what we're going to do, we're going to wipe this chart out. I'm going to wipe this out and we are going to go, I'm going to bet high and we are going to go standard martingale. And if we go back to our chart, here, 50-cent units gives us 9 full progressions. You think that's a lot, but it's not. When you're betting the outside, 9's not. But I feel comfortable enough doing it here. I have easily gone 8 progressions like that. Okay, good. But let's see what we can do here. I prefer the high. My daughter's been playing high. She took $1,000. I bankroll $1,000. She had it. She transferred the money to me. And then I actually just put it in her account because I tipped her into her account. She got that $1,000 from me. She made $1,000 in a very short time, paid me back my 1,000, took that 1,000 and ran it up. Now she's well over $10,000 in 6 weeks. She's kicking. And you know what she plays mostly? This right here, high, 19 to 36. She likes that. She does super martingale, which is double plus add a unit, double plus add a unit. Okay, so we lost there. So we're just going to play normal martingale because we don't have that many progressions. Our bankroll isn't that big. All right, let's go. So the nice thing about this one is no matter what, one hit, you go into profit. One hit, you go into profit. So that's the really nice thing about playing these outside, or even if you play the single dozens. If I play single dozens or single columns, I personally like the Fibonacci sequence. If you're not familiar with the Fibonacci sequence, the way that works is whatever when you lose, you add the previous 2 bet sizes to give you your current size. So if we lose this one, if we were to start and we put a 50 cent down and we lost, we would bet 50 cents again because you're adding that first bet with the previous bet, which was nothing. There was no previous bet. So it's 50 cents plus nothing is 50 cents. Then we would go 50 cents plus 50 cents. Those are your 2 previous bets. Then you'd add those together and your next bet after it would be $1. Then you got 50 cents, $1. Your next bet is $1 plus 50 cents. It's $1.50. Okay. And it just keeps going out. And the nice thing about Fibonacci is when you're doing the outside 2-to-1 bets, which are these dozens and these columns, you get into profit and a decent profit with Fibonacci on playing the dozens. Because remember, these play 2-to-1. So I like the Fibonacci sequence, but I definitely do not recommend. I don't like Fibonacci. I don't like playing single dozens. You better have Mylanta sitting right next to you the whole time you do it. Okay. You better have Mylanta sitting right there because you will need it. You will be getting some heartburn as one dozen, or you're just missing a bunch. That's why I don't play it at all. Some people swear by it and they say they do well. I don't do well. Hell, I don't even do well with 2 dozens or 2 columns. I traditionally don't do well with those strategies. So for me, I've settled on 9 streets and 5 streets. That's what's done really well for me. And today, we got done with our live stream today and I decided I was going to place a $50,000 bet. And we did, and I won. I won $10,000. Now the question is, I get what some people are going to say, but Brent, man, you put $50,000 down to win a $10,000 bet. And actually, let's go to our history here. Let's move our time clock. Let's go to our history here. Okay, let's see if we can find that $50,000 bet. We're looking over here for a $60,000 payout. And where are you? Next page. Where are you? Here it is. Look at this. $50,000 bet, $60,000 payout. Ka-ching, ka-ching. That was today, 3/11 at 5:15 p.m. Okay. So the question is, Brent, you put $50,000 down only to win $10,000. Well, the problem with that logic to me is that I'm putting $50,000 down on a high coverage system, but I'm covering 81% of the board. And I got to tell you, if I'm going to put serious money down, I want to be covering 81% of the board. I will take that any day of the week versus putting $10,000 down on one of these outside bets and covering 47.5 board. So ask that to yourself right now. if you had, let's just say you had $50,000, but you want to make $10,000. Okay. You have two choices. You can put $10,000 down on an outside bet and make $10,000, and then if you lose that, you still have 40,000 left, then you can martingale that. And if you make that, you make your 10,000 and you still have 20,000 left. But if you miss those first two bets, you're down $30,000. You only have $20,000 left. You're going to have to win that once and win it again. And look, we just lost 3 times in a row right here. So ask yourself this question. I'm curious, if you had $50,000 and I said, you need to go make $10,000 quickly, what would you do? Look at, we're 3 or 4 losses in a row here now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 losses in a row already. If we were betting $10,000, boom, we would be, ugh. So I'm just curious, put in the comments what you do. If you had to make $10,000 and you have $50,000 bankroll, but you wanted to do it in just a few spins. So you can't say, oh, I would take $50,000 and I would bet $1,000. No, we're talking if you wanted to do it in one spin, would you rather put $50,000 down, cover 81% of the board and make 10,000, or would you rather go on an outside 1-to-1 bet, put $10,000 down? Oh, we barely got that one. Nice. We were bouncing around on 19. So it's nice. We got that. So we'll be up here now. Nice. We get one hit. So we're at $1.50. So we're going to go back to 50 cents. But you saw right there, we lost 4 in a row. If we were betting $10,000, we would have been busted up from the previous one. So put in the comments, what would you do? Would you rather put $50,000 down and make 10,000, but you're covering 81% of the board? Or would you rather put $10,000 down and have a couple opportunities, kind of 3 opportunities, but on the third opportunity, you're going to have to win multiple times? Which would you rather do? Cover 47? I tell you right now, I won't put 10. I mean, I put $10,000 down. I've done it before on the high and lows. I don't know if you guys recall last year, right after my dad passed, my mom said she wanted me to, she gave me, well, she said she was going to give me, I didn't take the money from her, but she said she wanted me to put $10,000 down. And at the time she said black, but when I came in, I was like, I went with high, I think, and we lost, and that's okay. $10,000, only 47. I don't get a warm and fuzzy when we're talking about covering that low. And I think if you play this outside bet, and trust me, if you play for any length of time, these outside 1-to-1 bets, you will get used to these going deep into the weeds frequently every single session. Rarely will you get a session where it'll just go smooth as butter, Now it happens when you cover high coverage too. You can get in the weeds and those lose a lot, but relatively, I don't come into those every single session, and we do far better over sessions than I do with this one, but that's me. Some of you guys will play the outside. Some people swear by it. People have different progression strategies for the outside. It's at the end of the day, it's whatever works for you. I have no doubt if I were to play this and you do your progression chart and make sure you have the correct number of progressions, I have no doubt we could win at this too. But look here, dang. Look at that black run up there, man. If you've been betting black, we'd have been killing it. But that's why I don't do blacks. I feel like blacks and reds go on these much longer runs than high and low. And I don't know why. And maybe it's because visually we look up here and we see the black and reds. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, my daughter's, she's playing high. She does do some other things, but she's been using clever bets to bet high, and she sets her progression. And she normally, when she's studying, I'm going to brag for a second. My daughter is now a flight instructor, and she's going for her next flight instructor, which is an instrument level flight instructor. She's getting ready to take she already took the written exam. Okay, there we go. She already took the written exam. Now she's going to be getting with the examiner to come out, who will give her the verbal exam, which is about 4 hours. And then she's got to go up in the air and prove it out. So, and that's will be the last flight instructor exam. She's studying for her flight exam. And next to her is the laptop running clever bets, running high and low. And what she's doing now is, oftentimes if she plays manually, she's playing super martingale. So she's playing $1 bet. If she loses, she's martingaling plus adding $1 every time. So $1 goes to 2 plus $1 is a $3. 3 would go to 6 plus $1 is $7. And that way you're winning 1 unit at every step that you lose. It's the same as if you won every round. Versus when you just martingale here, we go 50 cents to $1 to $2 to $4. When we do win, we do recover and we go up a total of 1 unit. Versus if you super martingale, you're going to go up the number of units for the number of losses that you had. Okay. But the downside is it increases your progressions much more. But don't fall into the fallacy. I hear it all the time. People are like, oh, if you get down and let's say you lose 5-6 times, suddenly you're betting this much to only make 50 cents. That's not the correct logic, folks. If we lose a bunch of times and our bet gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and when we finally win, we recover everything plus go up 50 cents. Let's just say it's a $10 bet. You didn't bet $10 to win 50 cents. You bet $10 to win $10. We were just paying back all the debt that we got. So you're not betting $10 to win 50 cents. That's freaking nonsense. And it drives me nuts when people say that. They don't have a good understanding of the betting. When you bet this outside bet, you got to think about it as its own independent bet, as if I said to you, hey, you're down $10, you're down $9.50. You're down $9.50. How do you want to play it? Because no matter what, you owe that $9.50 back. So any strategy you use, you're going to owe that $9.50 back. So it's not good logic. You bet $10 to make $10, pure and simple. All right, here we go. I still can't believe it's our birthday. I still can't believe it. If you didn't come on today, I have been pretty sick. I was sick the whole, a good half of the Vegas trip. I was actually probably more than that. And I'm still not feeling good. And we did a live stream today. We did do some good giveaways. We had a couple, we had $100 winners. We had some $50 winners. And then we did some non-affiliate, meaning anybody was open to it. And we were giving away $5 units on those. So that was pretty cool. But I wanted it to be this huge birthday where we were giving, I was just doing massive giveaways for our affiliates and I just wasn't feeling well. So put a pin in that. You're going to want to stay tuned for our live sessions and you're going to want to come in. If you subscribe to this channel and hit the like button, please. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll get, and the notification, little bell icon, you'll get notified when we go live. Get in there. We're giving away free money. We're giving away free money every single session. I'm giving away free money. And today we gave away 2 clever bets of the application licenses, 2 full licenses plus 1 additional strategy. So each winner got the application and the license is good for life. And they got 1 extra strategy, which was actually 9 street strategy. And I'm going to be doing another video on that. Again, I make 0 money on clever bets. At this point, I consider those guys my friends. We first started out as business partners. They came and said, hey, we got this thing. What do you think? And we struck up a deal, which was basically they were generous enough to give me, Brad, and JT and Rob, our main admins at the time. They gave us the free licenses to have it and said, we want you to test it and give us feedback, to which we did. And then they're giving all of our members a discount. So if you are interested in clever bets, get in our Discord. We have discount codes that is fixed. We are the lowest price clever bets that you will find. We are at a fixed $85. Clever bets has gone up in price. We are fixed at $85. Okay. We don't make a buck. I'm not on commission. I'm not anything. And if you've watched my videos from the past, you know that I don't believe in selling spreadsheet tools and these supposed tools that predict the next number. All right, we're at 13. We got 2 more spins. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. We're going to go back in here. We got 2 more spins. The best we're going to do here is win this one and the next one, which would be $1, which would give us a $5.50 profit. The 9 streets made $7.50. But you can't just look at it from that pure perspective of the win. You should go back and go, what was the deepest we win in the hole? Here it was 650. What was it on the 9th street? I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure we went down in the negative more than 650. I would guess. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. So it's not just a matter of which one produced. You got to look at a lot of things. Okay, we lost that one. All right, we got 1 more bet back. Let's see if we can recover on this one. We're going to double it up to $1. And So you got to factor in a lot of things, not just which one's the most profitable, but go along the way and go, man, what if this one won, but it went way down into debt and you had to do a really big bet to recover? Then you're going to consider that and go, maybe that's not a great idea. Maybe I don't have the stomach for that. Right. So anyway, yeah, we don't make any money on Clever Bets. Those guys have been fantastic to work with. I consider them buddies now. They're family. And I truly love their tool and it's improving. And if you have anybody that you know with disabilities, it's a great tool. Like my mom has Alzheimer's. If she doesn't like to play, but I know that some people said their family members do. And look at this, right at almost exactly 15 minutes, $5. So to compare 15 minutes, $5 on the low coverage, but a relatively higher payout versus what you're putting in versus 9 Street, which is a higher coverage, but a lower payout. That came in at $7.50. We could play this back and forth 10 times and we might have different results every time. So this was more just to give you an idea of how these two play out versus this one's better than this one, because I don't feel that way at all. You have to match it up to your personality, what you like, and what experiences you had. If you played it's like tequila, right? You drink too much tequila, you're like, oh my God, I can't even think about tequila. You play 9 Streets and you totally get rinsed. You're probably going to go, I can't handle that. I can't play 9 Streets ever again. And it's understandable. Anyway, get into our Discord. It's a fantastic, amazing group of people. We've been together for a year. I can't believe it's gone by so fast. And in that year time, we got our 100,000 challenge. We're working on our $1 million challenge. We've now live streamed at 2 casinos in person, the Green Valley Casino in Vegas and the Palace Station in Vegas. We live stream those live. We've come a long way, man. Anyway, we're back here on Stake. If you're interested in becoming an affiliate, which also opens you up to a lot more giveaways that I do and much higher prizes, there's a links below to click to get into Stake. Stake US if you're in the United States, stake.com if you're the rest of the world outside of some countries. Anyway, that's it today. I'm going to start trying to get on a rhythm of getting these things out there. Put in your comments if there's things you have questions about, if there's things that I can do better, if there's things that you would like to see, let me know. I am going to try to pump out some more low bankroll videos for those of you that have $10, $50, $100. I'm going to try to do some more of those, as well as bring you along on the journey of the $1 million. I'm going to try to start doing that $1 million video every single day so you can see exactly where we're at. I am hoping that we can get to $1 million sooner than later, but we'll see what happens. All right, that's it for today. I appreciate you guys coming on. Be good humans, it really isn't that hard. We've had some issues with some people just being not being good humans, and it's terrible. So be good to each other, be good to yourself. If you did get rinsed, and it should be only disposable income, don't be hard on yourself, okay? It's happened to all of us. Pick yourself back up if you have disposable income and just learn from it. We've all been there. That's it. And we'll see you guys next time. Us against the casino always. Good luck. Go kill them. Take care.